You are standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind howling around you, the ground beneath your feet crumbling like dried clay. Below you, darkness stretches into oblivion, a void so vast it seems to swallow time itself. And yet, you do not step back. You lean forward, not because you want to fall, but because some unnameable force pulls you toward the abyss. This is not a dream. This is suffering, not the kind that announces itself with screams or tears, but the quiet, gnawing kind, the kind that lives in the hollows of your ribs, in the pauses between breaths. It is the ache of a life half-lived, the weight of unanswered questions, the silent scream of a soul that knows it was meant for something more. Here's the paradox. Suffering is universal. Every human who has ever drawn breath has known it in some form. And yet, we spend our lives running from it, numbing it, denying it, as if it were a mistake, a glitch in the system of existence. We medicate it, distract ourselves from it, bury it under layers of productivity and pleasure. But what if we've gotten it all wrong? What if suffering is not the enemy? What if it is the key? Consider this. The greatest works of art, the most profound philosophies, the most transformative spiritual awakenings, all were born not in comfort, but in the crucible of suffering. The Greek tragedians wrote of agony as the gateway to wisdom. The mystics spoke of the dark night of the soul as a necessary passage to enlightenment. Even modern psychology acknowledges that trauma, when faced, can forge resilience, empathy, and depth unimaginable to those who have never been broken. So why do we resist it so fiercely? Perhaps because we have been taught that happiness is the default state, that pain is an aberration to be fixed. We live in a world that sells us endless remedies for suffering, pill bottles and self-help books, dopamine hits and curated realities, all promising to shield us from the storm. But what if the storm is the point? What if the pain you've been running from is the very thing that will wake you up? Think of a seed. It does not grow in sunlight alone. It must first split open in the dark, suffocating earth. Its very disintegration giving rise to something new. No one calls this process cruel. No one accuses the soil of betrayal. We understand instinctively that this is how life works, how it has always worked. Yet when it comes to our own lives, we rage against the breaking. What are we so afraid of? Is it the loss of control? The terrifying truth that suffering does not ask for permission? Or is it something deeper? The suspicion that if we truly let it in, if we stop fighting and allow it to reshape us, we might not recognize ourselves on the other side. This is the great question. What if suffering is not the opposite of meaning, but its birthplace? What if the things that have wounded you most deeply are also the keys to your greatest strength? Do not answer yet. Sit with the tension. Let it unsettle you. Because the truth is far stranger, far more terrifying, and far more liberating than you've been led to believe. And it begins not with running, but with turning and facing the storm head on.